800 years before the first factory, 800 years before electricity, 800 years before any man in Europe even dreamed of the word robot, a Muslim engineer in Upper Mesopotamia was already building them. His hands stained with oil and copper dust, his mind centuries ahead of the world he lived in. His name was Al-Jazari, and the machines he created should not have been possible. The year is 1206. The Crusades are bleeding the earth. Empires are clashing over sand and scripture. And in the palace of the Artuklu dynasty in the city of Diyarbakir, a man sits alone in a workshop filled with gears, pulleys, and the quiet hum of water flowing through channels he carved himself. He's not a warrior. He's not a king, but what he's about to leave behind will outlast every sword ever swung and every throne ever built. His full name, Badīʿ az-Zaman Abu al-Izz ibn Ismail ibn al-Razaz al-Jazari. Badīʿ az-Zaman, it means prodigy of the age, and they didn't give that name lightly. Al-Jazari served as chief engineer to the Artuklu kings for 25 years. 25 years of designing, building, failing, rebuilding. And at the end of it all, he wrote a book. Not a memoir, not poetry, a blueprint for the future. He called it the Book of Knowledge of Ingenious Mechanical Devices. 100 machines, 50 of them never seen before on the face of the earth. Let's talk about the elephant clock. Picture this, a massive mechanical elephant, life-sized. On its back, a tower. Inside that tower, a hidden water basin. Every half hour, without a single human hand touching it, a sequence fires. A bird on top whistles and rotates. A man on the tower raises his arm and points. A dragon at the base releases a ball into a serpent's mouth. The serpent tilts, the water shifts, the cycle resets, and it does it again and again for hours. This wasn't decoration, this was engineering so precise, so layered, that modern mechanical engineers have studied it and said, this shouldn't have existed yet. The timing mechanisms alone required an understanding of feedback loops, water pressure regulation, and sequential automation that Europe wouldn't develop for another 5 centuries. And the elephant wasn't a random choice. Al-Jazari designed it to represent the known world. Indian elephant, Chinese dragons, Egyptian phoenix, Arabian craftsmanship, Greek water mechanics, all unified in a single machine. A Muslim engineer's vision of a connected world, expressed in bronze and water and wood. While others were drawing borders, he was erasing them. But the elephant clock was just the beginning. Al-Jazari built a musical automata band, 4 mechanical musicians seated on a boat that floated on water at royal drinking parties. These figures played drums, they played cymbals, they could be reprogrammed by changing the position of pegs on a rotating cylinder. You could alter the rhythm, you could change the beat. 800 years ago, this man created what modern engineers would recognize as a programmable machine, the ancestor of the music box, the ancestor of the player piano, the ancestor of the computer. Let that settle. A programmable machine in the 12th century, built by a Muslim engineer most people have never heard of. He didn't stop there. Al-Jazari invented the crankshaft, the mechanism that converts rotational motion into linear motion. You know what uses a crankshaft? Every internal combustion engine ever made, every car, every generator, every motor. The fundamental mechanical concept that powered the Industrial Revolution was first documented by a man making wudu machines in Mesopotamia. Now here's the part that burns. You've heard of Leonardo da Vinci. You've seen the sketches, the flying machines, the robotic knight. Da Vinci is called the father of robotics in nearly every Western textbook. He was born in 1452, 250 years after Al-Jazari published his book. Historians have confirmed that Da Vinci had access to Arabic mechanical manuscripts. The lineage isn't speculation, it's documentation. But ask any school in the world who built the first programmable machines. Ask who invented the crankshaft. Ask who created the first recorded automata. Silence, a void where a name should be. Al-Jazari didn't just get overlooked, he got erased, whitewashed out of a history he helped write. There's a young Muslim kid who thinks innovation belongs to other civilizations, who thinks science and faith can't occupy the same mind, who has never once heard the name of the man who built the future with his bare hands while whispering Bismillah over every gear. Al-Jazari didn't separate his engineering from his Islam. His machines served the palace, yes, but they also served the deen. Automated wudu stations, water clocks calibrated to prayer times, devices designed to honor the structure Allah placed in creation by mirroring it in metal and motion. He saw gears as geometry, he saw geometry as the language of the divine, and he built accordingly. The book survived, all 100 devices illustrated in meticulous detail. It was translated, copied, carried across the Islamic world. It reached Al-Andalus, it reached the Ottomans, it seeped into European intellectual veins during the Renaissance and fertilized inventions that would reshape the world, inventions that were given new names, new fathers, new origin stories. But the originals still exist, the diagrams still speak, the mechanisms still work. Al-Jazari died in 1206, the same year his book was completed, as if he had one purpose: to finish the manual, hand it to the future, and leave. No empire, no army, no crown, just a workshop full of oil-stained pages and machines that moved on their own. 800 years later, his crankshaft is in your car, his programming logic is in your phone, his automation philosophy is in every robot on every assembly line on the planet, and his name is still waiting to be spoken in the classrooms that benefited most from his mind. So speak it, Al-Jazari, the prodigy of the age, the man who built robots 800 years before the world was ready to understand them, a Muslim, an engineer, a ghost in the machine of modern civilization. And the machine is still running.